It is July the 4th, 1863. The Battle of Gettysburg is now over. Union and Confederates stopped their fighting. It's a day of rest. However, the citizens of Gettysburg, they're going into a rude awakening because they have a lot of pieces to pick up. And the Confederates, they're going to make their way, leave town, and hightail it back to the Shenandoah Valley. This is EPG Weekend Travels, the 160th anniversary to the Battle of Gettysburg special. July the 4th, 1863. The Battle of Gettysburg is now over. Union and Confederates will cease their fighting. It's a day of rest for those soldiers. They're going to pick up the pieces, and the Confederates are going to make their way back to the Shenandoah Valley. The citizens of Gettysburg, however, they have another task on their hand. They're now picking up the pieces of the battle that raged here in Gettysburg on the last 3 days. It'll be years before this town gets back to normal. Now, July the 4th is supposed to be a day of independence. We celebrate the signing of our Declaration. We celebrate the freedom we gained from leaving Britain and King George's tyranny. But here in Gettysburg, they're celebrating the loss, the sadness. At the same time, they're celebrating a big win for the Union as they consider the Battle of Gettysburg a huge victory. So let's take a look at our final day in this exciting chapter of the anniversary to the 160th Battle of Gettysburg. It is July the 4th. July the 4th, 1863. The Battle of Gettysburg is now over. Both sides are left to pick up what's left of their armies. It is what we call a day of rest. But it is July 4th, 2023. It is the 160th anniversary to the Battle of Gettysburg. Town is quieting down after a successful weekend, but there are still some things left to do. So I kind of find it fitting that the last episode in this series, we're going back to the Adams County Historical Society. Now, we started out on episode 1 at the Adams County Historical Society, but we're ending at the Adams County Historical Society. Today is their annual book sale they have every year. This is at their new location, the Beyond the Battle Museum. So, I don't know what to expect. We'll find out. Maybe I'll come out with some good books. Every anniversary weekend, the Adams County Historical Society has their annual book sale, with proceeds going back into the society itself. This is the first year that they have their sale at their new location, and I got up super early just to get in line to see if I can find some deals. So book sales are dangerous. I came out with a few books. I got a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got about 8. I think out of all of them, this one's my favorite. This is Abraham Lincoln, Wits and Wisdom. This was printed right about 1965, but the thing I like about this is you open it up and there's some original Lincoln stamps in there. Original Lincoln stamps, that's pretty cool. So yeah, but book sales are dangerous, especially when you love history. So let's see what other trouble we can get into, because it is the 4th of July and it's still the 160th anniversary to the Battle of Gettysburg. As I'm driving through town, I'm noticing, it's Tuesday, July the 4th. A lot of the people that were here for anniversary have gone home. Now, last year, the anniversary was the 159th, and that would have been on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, with the 4th being on the Monday. Now it's July the 1st was a Saturday, July the 2nd was a Sunday, July the 3rd was a Monday, and then a lot of people went home, and then July the 4th is a Tuesday. So, there's still people gallivanting around town, but not the mass crowds that we had this past weekend. But it is the 4th of July, so who knows? I leave the book sale and head over to the Soldiers National Cemetery, where I paid my respects to all those soldiers that died here in Gettysburg over 160 years ago. May you all rest in peace. We leave the souls to rest at the cemetery and head over to the Gettysburg Museum and Visitors Center. Built in 2008 to replace an outdated one, the museum displays artifacts including cannon, firearms, and uniforms, and includes an exhibit gallery and theater. They even have a fully stocked bookstore with gifts and all the history you want as a tourist, but for a price. The museum itself chronicles the Civil War from its beginnings to its aftermath in 12 different galleries, including original artifacts from various aspects of the war, like the Battle of Gettysburg. The first few galleries explore the causes of the Civil War. The middle one deals with the battles. The Aftermath Gallery deals with the ramifications of the war. 2 galleries are devoted to the Gettysburg Address, and the final gallery describes the preservation of the Gettysburg battlefield. The museum itself holds over 1 million artifacts, around 1,200 of which are on display. Noteworthy ones include General Robert E. Lee's stove, cot, medical chest, and field desk, and some original battle flags. It takes a minimum of an hour and a half to go through the museum, not including the cyclorama and introductory film. Once you're done going through the museum, make sure to take the time to check out these special exhibits that are on display outside of the museum itself. Of course, what is a museum if you didn't include a gift shop? The museum bookstore has a wide selection of souvenirs, especially books, mugs, t-shirts, and so much more. So if you're looking for a great overview of the Battle of Gettysburg and you have time to do just one thing, I would recommend you visit the Gettysburg Museum and Visitors Center. It is something you don't want to miss. To find out more information on special events, times, ticket prices, and so much more, visit the Gettysburg Museum and Visitors Center at gettysburgfoundation.org. We head back into town to a location I have never been to before. I've been living in Gettysburg for over 30 plus years, and this is my first visit to the Coster Avenue mural. The mural was designed by artist and historian March A. Dunkelman, dedicated on the 125th anniversary of the Battle of Gettysburg. The mural depicts the clash between Union Colonel Charles R. Poster's forces and the Confederates, led by Brigadier General Harry Hayes and Colonel Isaac Avery. Custer Avenue is the least visited portion of the battlefield, as not many know of its existence. Like myself, I've heard of it, but I've never visited till anniversary weekend, but I highly recommend that one does visit Custer Avenue on your next trip to Gettysburg. We can't finish out this 160th series without visiting one last place for dinner. This week, we take a look at Orourks Family Eatery and Spirits. Orourks is located off Steimer Avenue and offers both Irish and American fare. To find out more about Orourks, make sure to watch tomorrow's episode of Food Travels over at P&D Studios. Links will be in the About section below. We will end our 5-episode series with a Gettysburg 4th, like none other, fireworks, presented by the Gettysburg Volunteer Fire Department and the Gettysburg Rec Park. Let's sit back and enjoy. best I've seen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, boy. That must be the last one.
With July the 4th and our independence now over, we say adieu, fare thee well, and goodbye to Gettysburg and the 160th anniversary to this battle. I wish to thank you guys for joining EPG's Weekend Travels, celebrating the 160th anniversary to the Battle of Gettysburg. Till next time, guys, this is George. Happy travels.